which included amongst others this Eluthani Siddha. For all these thousands of years, people have been as wedded to Tamil as you people are wedded to your life partners. Yes, they were married to Tamil. But one thing I can tell you, marriage and wedding in Tamil Kliyo Siddhantam is a very sacred function. No question, I'm getting married today, having a divorce later, 1 year later, with alimony and child support, sustaining you for your lifetime. That is not wedding. When they were really wedded to Tamil, they were wedded to Tamil. In thought, word and deed. They loved Tamil. And every time they spoke Tamil and they sang in Tamil, it produced waves and waves of joy for them. To that extent, people were dedicated to this great language of Tamil and yoga. And this Eluthani Siddha, he loved Tamil so much, and whenever he committed a mistake in his poems, he will immediately hit himself on the head. What a fool am I to have committed this mistake. So this Eluthani Kavingnyar, with his ulcers in his head, was considered to be a great poet, but the Tamil Sangam, consisting of great poets and poetesses and great giants of the Tamil language, did not accept these works very easily. They started, the moment a work was presented, they started tearing it to pieces. Every man will get up and say, no, this is not right, that is not right, that is not right, this is not right. Poor poet, that is the end of his story. Finished. He has to run away from the Sangam. They refused to accept any work unless it rose to their great standards of perfection and consumption. Do you think such similar things are being done now in any other language? Absolutely not. It is such works that has been able to withstand the ravages of time, because they were conceived in a state of inspiration and was able to pass through the smelting furnace of the Mudal, Idai and Kadai Changangal of the great Tamil language of yoga. And if such poems were sung, if they were accepted, they were something which was considered to be treasures of Tamil literature. For the benefit of you people who practice yoga and are interested in Tamil, there are three broad divisions in Tamil. Iyal, Isai, Nadagam. Iyal is literature. Isai is music. Nadagam is drama. So, Tamil literature is divided into these three broad divisions. Iyal, Isai, Nadagam. And to produce a work which is a masterpiece of literature, which perhaps deserves the Nobel Prize of Literature. I'm very glad you're having a Nobel Prize for Literature. So we find that whether it is Iyal, Isai or Nadagam, it has to pass through the sieve of the great masters of the Tamil language in the different Sangam and academies of Tamil before they could be accepted as a great work. So this Eluthani, that was always the great ambition of any Kavi or any Kavingnyar, was to have his work accepted by the academy, the Sangam. And if once it was accepted, it is really a marvelous achievement, isn't it? To get some of the masterminds coming and accepting your poem is far superior to all the theses and dissertations which people are submitting. It's absolute rubbish. If a person writes on ordinary paper, they call it a dissertation and a thesis. Rubbish. It takes many, many years of intensive research work before you can produce a classical work. What you are now having is not D.Scs and Ph.Ds. It's not doctors of science and doctors of philosophy and doctors of literature. All that you have only the dangers of literature, dangers of philosophy and dangers of science. It's all third rate. Research work as it was conceived by the Tamil Shangangal, but of a very high order. And unless you can fulfill it, no, it will not be accepted. And you can easily see what will be the ambition of anybody who was in the field of Tamil to somehow have their work accepted by the Shangangal. It's very difficult. The works of the great Siddhas is a class by themselves. Personally, I feel they are even greater than the works which pass through the agony of evaluation of the Tamil Sangam, because they are all great inspired works, the works of the Siddhas. This inspired some inspiration, but there's a lot of perspiration also involved in it. So Tamil literature was not considered to be a joke. A person, if he is to be successful in this field, has to pass through the gruesome experience of being criticized right and left by the great masterminds who presided over the academies of Mudal, Idai and Kadai Changangal.